Hello everyone, Raccoon-Formers here, and today I will be taking a look at the Transformers Studio Series number 74, Deluxe Class Revenge of the Fallen Bumblebee. But here is the thing. This Revenge of the Fallen Bumblebee here is not actually a part of the original Studio Series line. It's a part of a new Bumblebee-based toy line called Buzzworthy Bumblebee, which they are basically re-releasing a bunch of Bumblebee figures from other toy lines, including the Studio Series line. They've re-released World War II Bumblebee, Rebecca's Garage Bumblebee, and for some reason they made Studio Series Shatter. I guess because Shatter is a part of the Bumblebee movie. But they also made a Revenge of the Fallen Bumblebee. But here's what's interesting. They have not actually made Revenge of the Fallen Bumblebee in the original Studio Series line. Maybe Buzzworthy Bumblebee wanted to make a figure that Studio Series hasn't to make their line more interesting. Which I guess that somewhat makes sense, but yeah. But if the normal Studio Series line ever makes a Revenge of the Fallen Bumblebee, I will be sure to buy it and review for all of you. And I'll show you here. See, Buzzworthy Bumblebee, Studio Series, so it is technically Studio Series. So yeah, enough about that. Let's start by taking a look at some of his awesome details. He is basically a straight-up repaint of number 49 Bumblebee here, with a few slight modifications up here by the front. But yeah, nice looking racing stripes here and here, transparent window, transparent window, transparent window, transparent window, a lot of transparent windows. Nice looking wheels with silver rims and black tires like normal cars have. The grill is what is extremely cool. I think it's meant to look like a 2009 Camaro, not a 2007 one. But the only downside is there is no painted Chevrolet symbol. Well, I'm pretty sure that some Chevrolets have a black Chevrolet symbol. Maybe that's what this is supposed to be. Let me bring the light a little. Yeah, I do not see a Chevrolet symbol there, so that's a bit frustrating. And back here, there's another Chevrolet symbol with exhaust ports and backlights. And unfortunately, there is quite a bit of robot kibble underneath, which is a bit frustrating. But it's nothing new from number 49 Bumblebee. So yeah. Next, let's take a look at this figure's accessories. He comes with his arm cannon, which is the same mold as number 49 Bumblebee's arm cannon, as you can see. And he also comes with a little minifigure of Sam Witwicky.
It's Witwicky.
Oh right, Witwicky. My bad. So yeah, but the Sam Witwicky figure here is a tad bit of a letdown in my opinion. It's not an articulated figure that you can make it look cool. It's just a solid figure stuck in a running position. It has this annoying black base, and the face isn't painted, and it kind of looks a bit like something that would come out of a horror film or something. And Sam is painted like how he looks in the 2007 film. Considering that this Bumblebee figure comes from Revenge of the Fallen, it should be painted like how he comes, like how Sam looks in Revenge of the Fallen. So yeah. It's just a bit of a letdown, that's all. But yeah. And it's kind of the same with Charlie Watson, who comes with Rebecca's Garage Bumblebee. It's stuck in this position. So yeah. But these two humans scale extremely nicely together. I just wish that Sam had more details, that's all. But no biggie. Now, let's bring in number 49 Bumblebee to do some comparisons. There's not much different, but as you can see, Revenge of the Fallen Bumblebee is a bit of a darker yellow, as you can see. And underneath, the crotch section is a dark gray, and this one is a light gray. And the main difference is up here near the bumper. As you see, there's a lot of different sculpting, like this area down here. So yeah. But the one better thing about this one is it actually has a painted Chevrolet symbol. And he rolls like rolling things should, just like him. You know. Makes sense. And he also has side view mirrors here. that aren't painted, unfortunately. I forgot to mention that, but no biggie. Yep, this pretty much wraps up this figure's vehicle mode. Let's get down to transformation. And unfortunately, it is the exact same annoying transformation that number 49 Bumblebee has, with a few slight modifications because the bumper is a bit different, but it's basically the same. So first you can open the doors and fold down the wheel wells. Repeat that exact same process on the other side and fold the wheel wells down. Then you can come to the back bumper here and just split it. You can just simply start folding all of this out, but be careful. Sometimes the wheel likes to get jammed on the wheel well, and that might cause the wheel well to come undone. So you just fold the leg out like this, and you can fold up the shin pad to make room, and then you can click the leg into place and swivel the shin pad all the way around, like so. And you can take the foot on that little sliding joint there, slide it in, and you can fold it up. It doesn't stay tabbed in all that well, but it works. Then you can also rotate the leg around and fold in the windscreen. Second verse, just like the first. Then you can just simply fold all of this out, being careful that you don't cause the wheel well to come off. Come on, you. Yeah, I just wish that they gave this figure more clearance to do what it was meant to do, which is transform. So yeah, there you go. Then you can take the shin pad, fold it out, and rotate it, and then you can fold this up and click it into place. Push the foot in and snap it in. Rotate the knee around and fold in the windscreen. And here we have the legs all done. Oh, and you can fold up the wheel wells onto the knees as well. There you go. Then you can fold the arms downward like this. You can take this section with the headlights, fold it down, sort of accordion all this downward. And you can take the part with the grill and just sort of shift it backwards, and you can swivel the doors up like that. And you can sort of rotate the waist around like so. So then you can just sort of fold this up. Let me just bring the light in a little bit here. So you just fold this up and this up, and there's a little hook joint on his back, right here. So like you will just simply fold this backpack section up, and you will make sure to fold it underneath that little hook joint right there, and it will hold everything into place nice and securely. Then you can come up here to the fake chest. Let me just move the light back a little. And see those two slots right there? And there are two slots, like there's a slot right underneath, like right there. That will slot right into there. Like so. Repeat the same process on the other side. And you can take the entire chest section and fold it down underneath the head. And you can come down here to the arms and just simply shift them up, but it can be a bit of a pain in the butt sometimes because the arms are extremely tight. So yeah, you just repeat that same process on this side. Let me just, there we go, I think. Check the other side. Yep. You need to make sure that little yellow peg right there is all the way up. And just make sure the chest section is in. And you can fold the door fins back like so. Then you can take his blaster, and this is something that is a lot better about this mold than 01 Bumblebee. For 01 Bumblebee, you have to literally remove his hand to install the gun, but this mold, along with number 49 Bumblebee, you just plop it into his hand, which is an extremely nice touch. And here we have the Transformers Studio Series number 74, Buzzworthy Bumblebee, Revenge of the Fallen Bumblebee, in his awesome looking robot mode. Here's one more unfortunate thing about Sam Witwicky not being articulated. There's no way that you can store Sam Witwicky on Bumblebee, but like the Human Alliance Bumblebee, Sam was articulated, and I'm pretty sure that you could sit him on his shoulder. I'm not completely sure though. But you can always just sit Sam right next to Bumblebee, and that's a pretty cool pose. Bumblebee standing, and Sam running up alongside him because he loves Bee so much. Who doesn't love Bumblebee? Am I right? Let's move on. That transformation was a bit on the trickier side, but since it was a transformation that I've done before with number 49 Bumblebee, it wasn't all that tricky. But yeah, the robot mode you end up with is nice, but a teeny bit of a letdown. A new mold would have been very nice, and a normal Bumblebee head sculpt. I do like his battle mask, but it would have been nice if the battle mask was maybe an accessory, not his only face. You know, like number 18 Bumblebee. That Bumblebee comes with a battle mask, but it's an accessory. So that would have been nice. Well, maybe you can remove this Bumblebee head and replace it with 01 Bumblebee's head, but that would probably be a lot of work, and it probably wouldn't be good for the figure, and it may break. So that's probably not a good idea. But enough about that. Let's take a look at some of this figure's amazing details. As you see, the new design bumper does look very nice on the chest, and arms are decked out in yellow and gray and light gray. Face, or head sculpt, is decked out in yellow with black slots for the battle mask eyes, and a tiny little Autobot insignia on the forehead. Backpack is very nice and slim, which is extremely nice to see. Nice looking crotch area, decked out in silver. And that little shape almost looks like a Bumblebee symbol or something. You know how posters for the Bumblebee movie had a Bumblebee symbol? You know, that kind of sort of looks like that. Nice touch. Blaster is decked out all in black with a nice looking barrel and side missile ports here or something. But yeah, feet are decked out all in black. That's one difference from number 49 Bumblebee, because number 49 Bumblebee has yellow on the feet, which looks nicer in my opinion. I'm not really a fan of the darker yellow, but I'm not being picky. I'm just pointing things out that I feel like they could have done better. If they make a studio series Revenge of the Fallen Bumblebee, I really hope that they give him a new mold. That would be really nice to see. And a normal Bumblebee head sculpt, you know? But yeah, it is extremely nice. Articulation-wise, head can look up this much and can look down this much and side to side. Actually, it can look up this much and can look down this much. It was a bit jammed before. My bad. Arms can rotate back this much, but not all the way around because of the backpack. And it can also go back this much and in and out. And there's a bend at the elbow. And there's a very tight hand articulation. Not swivel, but it moves. Let me just show you. Does it move? Thought for sure it had hand articulation. Let me try on the other side. blaster off to the side for now. I guess he doesn't have hand articulation. My bad. And also the side armor can move out, but I'm not sure if, I would call that articulation. I guess it is. But, And the legs can go in this much, and in this much, and back this much, and up this much, and there's a bend at the knee, and the knee can also rotate for transformation. And there's also waist articulation, which is also for the transformation. That's basically it. Oh, come on, you stand up. So yeah, let's bring in 49 Bumblebee to compare. Not much. The only real differences are the paint scheme and the bumper here. See, as you see, this bumper is a bit more thick than this one here. It's just me, but I've never been really a fan of this mold's robot mode. I don't feel like it's made all that well. But the vehicle mode is awesome. If you're buying this Bumblebee figure here solely for the Camaro mode, I recommend it. So yeah, so not much differences. Paint scheme, bumper, that's it. Articulation, transformation, absolutely the same. But yeah, if it were me, I actually don't know which figure I would buy. Well, I recommend both of these figures. They're both really nice. This figure would have been a lot nicer if it had an articulated Samwit Wiki. But it's nice. It's nice. And the Samwit Wiki here is a lot like the Samwit Wiki that came with the Masterpiece Jazz. See? So, yeah. Well, this pretty much wraps up this figure's robot mode. Let's get down to transformation, shall we? Get back here. Get back here. So first up, you can remove the blaster, shimmy it out, set it off to the side for the time being. We'll start up here with the arms. You can just simply shift them down. See that little bit of yellow right there? You just want to shift this down. There we go. There we go. There we go. My copy here, the arms are extremely tight. So the key is to just stay calm. There we go. Yeah, the key is definitely just to simply stay calm. If you're rough with a transformer, then it will break. And you can flip out the door friends. And you can unfold the roof, flip it out, and then flip out this little bit right here. And you can sort of shift this forward, which will give you clearance for you to swivel the doors around like this. I'm gonna have to do this part off camera. There you go, beautiful people. When you're done, you'll have something that looks on the lines of this. So the goal is to just make sure the hands do not get in the way. So then you can take the bumper here and just snap it into place. Then you can take the faux chest bit right here and fold out the headlights for the actual car. And you can fold the faux bit up underneath the real grille, and then you can just accordion these up, and the headlights will slot in next to the real grille. It's probably my favorite part of the transformation, because it is extremely satisfying. Just my opinion there. Next, we'll deal with the arms. Just sort of swivel them around, making sure you have all the correct clearance. You can sort of just shift. Come on, you. You gotta shift them up. Make sure. And you can fold this in, and the arm will just sit alongside the head, like that. It's not the best, but it works. It works. Does what it's supposed to, which is all I need. Repeat the same process with the other arm. Swivel it around, push it in. You can swivel the arm around and it will just rest alongside Bumblebee's head. Like that. Yeah, like this. And then you can just take this bit and you can slot this right into there, and that will sort of hold everything into place. Like, yeah, come here. My copy, the wheels do not like to stay tabbed in all that well. Let me know in the comment section below if it works better with your copy. So there. Once you get the wheels tabbed in, it does hold the headlights in extremely well, which is a very nice touch, in my opinion. Next up, you can take the waist, rotate it all the way around, which I'm starting to wish that I did that before I dealt with the arms. Yeah, maybe here's a piece of friendly advice. When you transform this figure, I recommend rotating the waist around before you deal with the arms. I forgot that. No biggie. So then you can take the knee, rotate that all the way around, like so. Then you can deal with the legs, which will become the back bumper of the Camaro. You can flip out the back windscreen right there, and you can take the foot, rotate it up, which it kind of already did for me because they don't stay tabbed in all that well. You can just slide the foot along the joint until it fully compresses and fills up that little gray bit right there. And you can just make sure that's up all the way, which it wasn't. Rotate this inward, avoiding the wheel well. And then you can take the wheel well, and this tab will slot right into there. And it finishes the look. And you can rotate the shin pad around, and you will fold that to the inside. But here's a problem that I have with my figure here. Sometimes I think the legs are out too far, and then the door won't tab in. We'll see if that's the case when I get there. So then you can just repeat that exact same process on the other side. Open up the door fin, take the foot, flip it up, and slide it forward until it fully compresses that gap, or that gray bit right there. And you can fold this around, and you can just make sure that the wheel well doesn't want to fold in on you. Just fold it around like this. It'll nicely slot into place. And you can swivel the shin pad around and it will just fold to the inside. Just make sure all this is nice and neat. I'm not sure what that is. Maybe it's a sign, or it's where a Domino's pizza stand would go. I don't know. And you can just fold all this in. It will slot in extremely nice. Let me just make sure it's all good in the hood. And to finish off the transformation, in my opinion, is one of the trickiest parts of the transformation. You just fold the doors in. And there's a little slot behind the door fin right here that will sort of slot into that little slot on top of the wheel well. But it is extremely tricky. Really tricky to do. Push, push. Actually, see, it's not perfect. There are a little bit of a gap there, which I'm not the hugest fan of. Actually, let me just bring this out a bit. This tab right here will also slot right into that slot right there on the arm. Or the arm pad, I should say. Oh well, it'll have to do. Where's the gun? Where's the gun? Here it is. So for weapon storage, it's the exact same as 49 Bumblebee. See those two slots right there on the blaster? We'll slot right into those two slots right there on the bumper. Like that. Bit weird, but storage is storage. No storage for Sam Witwicky, which that would be a bit weird because there's no room for him to fit inside of the car. Just make sure it was just a bit unbalanced there. There we go. The shoulder, the arm pad there was not tabbed in all the way, so it was making it a bit unbalanced, but there we go. And here we have the Transformers Studio Series number 74, Buzzworthy Bumblebee, Revenge of the Fallen Bumblebee, and his awesome looking 2009 Chevrolet Camaro Alt Mode. Well friends, this pretty much wraps up this video review. Thanks for tuning in. Remember to click that big red subscribe button and hit that notification bell so you never miss out on a future video. Because believe me, you will not want to. And if the normal Studio Series line ever makes a Revenge of the Fallen Bumblebee, I will make sure to review it for your guys' entertainment. And I will compare that Revenge of the Fallen Bumblebee with this figure here. So make sure to stay tuned, okay? As always, I am Raccoon-Formers, and I will catch you next time. Peace.